Welcome back, and today what we're doing is we are doing a small little damage test. Now this damage test will be done on 119 because what we're going to be testing is a few AoE mages, I believe. So we're going to try out Xaris, we're going to try out Beatrix, we will try out Glacius. He's single target though, so we will... I'm not sure how we'll test him. We might test him in there as well, but we might throw in some Gear Raid 2 as well, just to kind of give him a little bit more of a fair shot. Let's see. We're not gonna... We might do like a baseline with Anora as a damage. In fact, yeah, let's do that real quick. And what I will do is I will show you that is not the gear she's going to be having on. She is going to have the same gear that Beatrix has. And whereas it looks decent here, give it a second. So this, pretty decent gear set. This, again, pretty decent. High attack roll, but it's crit damage base. And then this, which is also a pretty decent gear set. However, none of these are tier 3 gear sets. They're all tier 2. So these all have a possibility of dropping all the way back to, let's see. I mean, 16 on Gear Raid 1, you have a chance of getting Mythic Ancients, which is a very low possibility, but it's still there. And then I'd say probably 18 just to be safe. Yeah, 18 is where you get the other side, but we're looking at gear or 19 right now. So if you've already got to 18 and you farm that for a while, that's going to be your best bet. So this is the team that we're going to use. Anora is here for a baseline just to see where we get to. I don't know if I'm going to beat this or not. I'm not sure. Oh, also, one other reason to use Anora is they've brought her animation back when you click on her, but it's only when you click on her. Oh, do a long click on her. So as you can see here, oh, there it is. Haha. Yeah. So that is cool, but yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like that. I didn't really care. So let's break this down a little bit. We are using Greed whenever I can place them. We are using Magda. Magda, the reason she is here is only for her penetration increase for allies within range. So I believe that range is any tile by her. So we're going to put her over here and the damage dealer here. So let's go ahead and get into it and see how this goes. So this is going to be just a baseline. Then we're going to swap Nora, or what's her face in, and then we're going to swap in yeah. So this is where we're going to be putting her. This is what we're going to do like this. Ideally we could put Laurel here, but we'll deal. We'll put her down next. Now, one of the downsides with this is Anora is not going to get the bonus from Hollow here. And then we will put Greed down here. I think this will be our main test. So we'll wait for Greed to do his ult. And now we will ult, and tons of damage. There's that. Greed is doing a ton of damage. I might have too good of gear on him, but we don't have any anti-heal out, so, you know, this one little bit that's sitting here healing up a bunch, that's just how that's gonna go. So we'll put Mari over here, and then we will put Vortex down to heal her, and then our last unit down will be Magda. Not this one. There we go. All right, so we are just about up to full. And I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to leave Laurel down just for that boost. And here she goes. She is down. She is going to do a little bit of damage, but that's okay. So she is ready. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do a bit of a freeze there. It looks like this may complete. Yeah, it's looking like this might be a victory here. And it does not look like she is giving any of the bonus to what's-her-face. So that's a little unfortunate. However, she could sit there and ult and do some work herself. Alright, let's go ahead and 2 times this. And we're just waiting for Honora. I think we could just 2 times this in general. There we go. I don't know why I just did her ult, but hey, whatever. It works. The other thing is if Honora was up here, her ultimate range would reach the boss, so yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and ult with her. Oh, who died? Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. And honestly, this is looking like it's going to be a victory. I didn't expect a victory, but it's looking like we're going to get one. Yeah, because we're out damaging the healing. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Greed is probably carrying this because the gear that Honora is in isn't great. I mean, it is decent though. So either way, it's gonna be a fair test because all of the damage dealers are gonna be in that same gear. So there's that. Laurel could go back down because why not? And we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And there we go. And that is a victory. So, let's see how that went. Come on. Let's see the damage numbers. Oh, okay, that was my new fastest run. It's a good thing I don't run 19. Let's go ahead and sell that. And we can... This would be a decent Dolores piece, but I'm pretty set on that. So, Honora, 50k. Solid. Alright, so that's what we did. Let's go ahead and run this once again, but with Beatrix in instead of... what's-her-face? Honora. Alright, Beatrix. And they are getting the same Lord bonus, so that's a plus. Beatrix, I fully expect to be disappointed with. Not gonna lie. Not plan. We are gonna put that in. Alright. There we go. And I'm not putting books into her. Oh, that was the other thing. Nora was, I believe, in her exclusive artifact, or was she in a tier twilight? Yeah, she was in her exclusive. So Beatrix and all the mages from here on out will be in a plus 10 tier of Twilight. I could throw them in a plus 25, but I feel like that's a little bit out of reach for some people. So 100% crit rate, you know, decent attack, and we've already gone over this gear. All of it could be upgraded to tier 3, but it is not. So let's go ahead and get into it. The other thing is, Beatrix can't reach this far side. So that's probably going to be our pain point, honestly. Unless Greed can take out that other side for us. And I don't remember the exact order of which I did this, so Greed is coming out next. Okay, she's putting out decent damage. I mean, better than I thought she was going to. Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, that first wave went a lot better than I thought it would. I'm not upset with that. Alright, Mari will be out next, followed by... what's his name? Vortex? Yeah, see this side, that's gonna be the real pain point for us. Let's go ahead and ult there. And Beatrix should end up getting quite a bit stronger. Oh yeah, she also gets the invigoration bonus. She should get quite a bit stronger when Magda comes out too. Alright, looks like she's ready to ult again. And let's see how this is gonna do. I mean, she's putting out some damage. Let's go ahead and put Magda down, which gives her some penetration and 20% extra damage. I mean, she's a lot more impressive than I thought she was going to be. Not going to lie. She's putting out some solid damage. And this is without power dominance. So, yeah, I mean, pleasant surprise. It looks like she might actually do this. Okay. So she should be ready to ult again here soon. Let's go ahead and 2 times this. As soon as these guys get within range, we can ult and ult. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That wave's gone. Wow. Okay. She might be better than I thought she was. Interesting. Let's go ahead and ult with her. There's Laurel down. Let's go ahead and ult with these guys. And let's go ahead and give her a little bit of a increase. Yeah, I mean, look at this damage. That's quite a surprise. This may be where we run into some issues though, because these guys are all out of range, but the boss is within range, and her basic attack does AoE damage, so she should be still hitting these guys over here. Alright, and we got Laurel back down. We can go ahead and ult with Hollow. And we're going to wait till after that healing circle goes away, just to give it a fair shot. I mean, she's keeping the damage in, though. Alright, let's see if this is the last burst she needs. she's doing solid damage. I'm actually quite impressed. I don't know if she's going to be able to get it done. Because that healing, but if we had some anti-healing out there, I think we'd be good. Although she managed to keep the boss down pretty low health. A little bit more rage regen, I think she'd be there. Or if I was actually doing the laurel cycling. Let's go ahead and ult with her and ult with these two. See if she could take down the boss through the healing. Oh, this is close. I think it's good. So now it's just these two on this side, which, I mean, can't really falter for. Let's just go ahead and let Greed do his thing. And then withdraw. Greed can continue doing his thing. Can she? Nope. She couldn't do anything over there, but that's fine. So let's actually see what her damage was. I was actually pleasantly surprised with that. Yeah, we know the shortest record hasn't been cleared. That's fine. 55. She actually did a little bit more than Honora. Now, Honora has more bursts, so she allowed less healing. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty solid. I don't need that. Okay. Pleasant surprise. Let's go ahead and try Xaris in here. Now, Xaris, he's going to be a little bit different. I have him skilled up to crystals. Let's go ahead and throw this on him and swap out Beatrix. Oh, there she is. Alright, let's go ahead and get your gear on there. Alright, so with Xaris, he shines when he is being cycled. So that's what we will do. Yeah, we'll cycle him. His first burst here will get the most amount of damage, because we're going to wait to put him down until these guys come down. Then we do this and this, this, and then Greed up next. There we go. And then Mari. And we're gonna have to wait to ult with him until these guys come down, because it's just a waste otherwise. He's putting out some solid damage too. Maybe we won't cycle him. He's kind of useless without his when he's not ulting though, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and ult with him. He's gonna summon some people out there. And that damage though. Yeah, so we are gonna cycle him, because it's just kind of pointless not to cycle him. We will throw her in the meantime. He will get less damage than the rest of them, but I think it should be decent. Let's go ahead and ult with her to pull everybody over there. We got just a couple seconds before he comes back. Now, if you threw him in here with a secondary damage dealer, it'd be golden. Like, if Greed was actually somebody who did a more damage, that would be the way to go. So let's go ahead and get him back out here. He does get that damage penetration increase. And we are going to wait to ult. And there we go. And you know what? We can ult with her too. Why not? Then we're going to ult with Hollow. Because I'll tell you, his burst is there. Alright, let's go ahead and pull him back up. Go ahead, do something. I don't know why I put her down. Alright, let's 2 times this. Let's put her back down. Beatrix was actually the most surprising out of that bunch. Alright, Xaris, this is where you're gonna have to shine. Because you could only be out for a short period of time, you really gotta take down these waves. Let's see. I think you might come up a little bit short. I didn't ult with her at all, so he wasn't getting that bonus from her. I mean, not bad, not bad. He managed to do that much. Let's go ahead and ult with these two. It looks like he just summons the one still. No, maybe there's 2. But that should do it. And there's a victory. I'm curious on how he did with damage. I'm very curious on that. Yes, we know the shortest wasn't recorded. We could sell this off. And 53. Okay, so he has quite a bit more burst than Beatrix. And I'd say he's right around on par with Anora. Now, the other thing is, having Anora in any of these parties should make those guys, or both of those guys, more powerful. Because, let's see. We are looking at Anora. Her skills is, when on the battlefield, increases the attack of labor and grants damage increase to other allied summons. 10% damage increase. Now, both Beatrix and Xaris do damage based on their summons. Xaris, in his case, only summons. That's the only way he's doing damage. When there's no souls on the field, he is just restoring rage for himself. That is it. So he really benefits from having a lower skill cost. And, I mean, there's that. Beatrix, she also does damage with her summons. I believe she kind of works in tandem with her summons, though. Let's see. Yeah, so she does AoE damage herself, but she also, the basic attack of Hero and Dream Mater has a possibility to slow when when an allied summon spawns on the battlefield, increases the hero's attack by 1%, stacking up to 5 times. So the thing is, this also, she would also gain damage from having Xaris on the same team. Summons 2 Dream Meters. Yeah. When an enemy dies within range, she summons a Dream Eater has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Yeah, I mean, she can only have 4 at a time. She was surprising. I'm actually surprised with how well she did. Now just for laughs, just to make this video a little bit longer, you know, let's try with Kai. And he can have, you know what, he can have, yeah, he can have her bonus. I don't expect Kai to be able to do this. It'd be interesting if he does. Let's see. There's that. And where is that gear? He's getting the same gears everybody else. No special treatment there. The only thing is he is going to get, we'll give him this. Hopefully he could survive where he is. So Kai did get a rework. This is definitely not the content to use him in, but I want to give it a shot. So we're going to do it. So Kai down first. I also have him awaken 4. So there is that. I mean, that does work out in his benefit. Hollow. Laurel. I do not think he's going to be able to handle this. Just a thought. Let's go ahead and ult with these two. I mean, that was a solid amount of burst damage there. That was mildly impressive. All right. Come on, Vortex. You're out next. I don't know how much of this is greed and how much is actually him, but since he's back with his ult so fast, we're gonna ult with him again. Look at that damage. That's actually surprising. Ooh, that's a downside though. Hey dude, you're... Let's see if we can wait for that to disappear. I believe he blows it up on his ult, so that's a plus. He doesn't blow it up on his ult. We just gotta hope for it to disappear. Otherwise, he doesn't get the damage bonus of Magda. I mean, oh wait, haha. We managed to get there. All right, back to 2 times. Let's go ahead and ult with her just to freeze some people. He might be able to do this. He has gotten a lot better. Let's go ahead and ult with him once again. I mean, that is quite impressive. All right, we're almost ready for another ult. And we're going to get another one real quick. I mean, he very well may be worth using now. He very well may be worth using now. I mean, look at this. Watch this burst. We're gonna ult with her, and we're gonna ult with him. Almost 20% of the damage, the boss's health, just in an instant. I mean, that's solid. That is solid. It's not our fastest clearance. However, I am curious. Now we'll get rid of that. 54. He was holding steady there with all of them. Okay. I mean, you heard it here. Kai, worth using. he's pretty solid now. Now, I have him A4. So, A4 Kai, let's see what he gains from being A4. He gets, if I could find him. Alright, so Kai, in his A1, increases the interval of Worm Snare by 5 seconds, and it will increase defense reduction. Okay, so this was... This is his trap, so that did help a little bit, but not a ton. Cost -3. This is huge for him, to be honest. The 22 cost, or he costs too much. Dropping his cost down is huge for him. Awaken 3. Each cluster projectile launched by Doomsday releases up to 3 extra small bombs after the explosion. So this does a ton extra damage. And releases up to 3 small bombs. So this releases up to 6 small bombs now, doing, 450% extra damage. That is big. Okay. And then penetration +5. And his A5 is actually really good too. When eradication protocol is triggered, which I believe is his ult, it increases the affected target's damage to airborne units by an extra 10%. This would do nothing in Gear Raid 1, but that's also not where he really is used. Oh, eradication protocol. After a cluster hits, increases damage to airborne units for all allies on the field for 10 seconds. Okay, so this is really good for something like Gear Raid 3. But yeah, all of those units were actually quite surprising to me. If you want to, I am going to do them in Gear Raid 2 as well. I will do all 3 of those units in this same gear, and in fact, I'm going to save that gear set real quick. Quick change and save plan. Early gear. I say call it early gear. It's not necessarily early game, but this is obtainable at once you're getting to the point where you're pushing 19, 20, 21. That is obtainable gear. So there is that. But if you guys want to see anybody else tested that I have, I will gladly test them in those areas, and let me know where you want to see them tested. But for now, that will do the video. If you liked it, like it. If you want to see more in the future, definitely subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.